Hello, this is Dave from Dave's English. Today we'll be looking at two words that are easily confused by speakers of English as a second language. The first of them is MOP, M-O-P, MOP. Then the second one is M-O-B, MOB, MOP, MOB. Now let's look at the meanings of these words. MOP, M-O-P, could be a verb or a noun. When it's a noun, it refers to the long stick that has a piece of cloth or something soft at its end that you use for cleaning the floor or a wet surface. That is a mop. Some people call it mop stick. Now, when you are using that tool to soak water off the surface of your floor or a table or anything for that matter, you are mopping. You are mopping the floor, mopping the table. That is mop. What you are doing at that moment is not mopping. You are not mopping the floor, you are mopping the floor. Then mob. Mob refers to a group of people who are noisy, angry. There's a mob out there. For instance, if a politician is campaigning, you may have a lot of people gathered around, making a hell of noise. They are a mob. You can call them an angry mob if they're really angry. And of course, most of the time they are angry. Then, when you use mob as a verb, it does not mean to kill somebody or lynch the person. To mob a person means to gather around the person in a very noisy way. The mob could be aggressive. They could just be excited or happy to see the person. For instance, a celebrity walking out of the airport could be gathered around by a crowd. You now say that the celebrity was mobbed by the crowd. Now, perhaps from the way it sounds, you think that something bad happened to him. No. However, an angry mob can mob a person. For instance, if you catch a thief in your neighborhood, all of you could gather around the thief, probably beat him, manhandle him, but not kill him. We can say that the thief was mobbed by the crowd. But what you're trying to say with that word mob is that a lot of people gathered around the criminal. Not necessarily that they beat him, not necessarily that they killed him. However, if you want to be very clear about what happened, you can say that the criminal was mobbed and beaten up. The gathering around is the mob. Then the beating is what tells us that something untoward happened to the criminal. So let it be clear that to mob somebody doesn't mean to beat or kill them. If the criminal is killed, you can say that the person was lynched. The criminal was lynched. That's extrajudicially. I hope this makes sense. So join me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Dave's English. Let's continue to refine the way we speak English. Bye.